Hey y'all, come on in. I'm not doing my intro today. I'm just kind of going to chill because there is something wrong with the visuals. I am extremely over it, but for this video today, I have a lot of screen shares to do, so I really won't need to be on camera like that in this stream, even though I prefer to, really connect with you guys. But today we will not really be on camera like that because I do not understand if something is going on in the world, but it's like Wi-Fi is not giving what it's supposed to give. So, y'all let me know if you can hear me though. And as long as y'all can hear me fine, then that's just what it's going to be for this stream because I don't know. Is it choppy? Yeah, I don't know. Is the volume? I know that the picture is choppy, but could you tell me if the volume is okay? As long as the volume is okay, we good. Okay. All right. Long as y'all can hear me. Long as y'all can hear me, and as long as y'all are out here understanding that we have to take our health seriously. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't know, I don't know if you've noticed my glow lately and everything that's going on, but for those of you who don't know, I have been taking organic fresh pressed juices lately, and I have been able to do that thanks to Alpha Juice Company. So Alpha Juice Company is the people that goes out, gets the produce for you, juices it, bottles it up for us, and sends it straight to our front door, fresh and ready to go. They even send us a straw. Now, a lot of people try to skip the real work, which is about what we put into our bodies, and we want to go get a pill and a waist trainer and a tea to have us snatching looking good. But there is no cheat code for fresh fruits and vegetables. Now, I myself, I don't really prefer to eat them, so I like to drink them instead. And Alpha Juice is able to do the hard work for me, so I don't have to worry about cleanup and shopping and everything like that. And I can just pop it out the fridge and drink. And some of them I put in the freezer as well. Or even going to save you a few dollars and get you $5 off using my code SIXGOD. Don't say we never did nothing for you, honey. Okay. Now, these juices, they flush parasites from your body, flush mucus from your body. Okay. And alkalinize and pH balances your body. This is especially important for women. Okay. So understand that when you go ahead and pick one of these up, the convenience of it helps you pick this up instead of a soda or something like that. And it just makes it easier to stay on top of your game health-wise. Now, today we are going to have a conversation about this whole Neyo and Crystal divorce. Okay, I have a few things that I do want to discuss in regards to this today. We're going to pretty much be using this video from this channel called Real Reality Gossip. Okay. So shout out to this sister. This sister is so funny to me because she's super shady, but she has this like news reporter professional voice, and she'll be like, but this dumb bitch thought she was exempt from that. Like, she's hella funny. I'm sitting here like, not you throwing shade, but with the professional voice. So she funny, but I've been very familiar with the whole process between Neyo and, his ex-wife and ex-fiance and all those good things. But this sister has it all put into a nice video, real easy for us to kind of understand and follow. And she kind of got everything in order. Now, shout out to the Patreoners in the building. KK say Patreoners. Now, I know my look is kind of choppy today, y'all, but I did this makeup look today on my Patreon. If y'all don't know, we do have a Patreon, myself and the Patreoners, and it is a group of like-minded Black women who are solution-oriented, not complaining-oriented, and want to be their best selves. I share all my beauty, secrets and tips, and the girls come in there and kind of watch me get ready for my YouTube live streams, and I share all the tea in there. So if you have not joined the Patreon, please do so. We meet once a month, we get together. It's a nice support system for sisters on the prowl, again, for solutions. If you're tired of being ugly and angry, come to Death Row. You know what I'm saying? Come to Death Row, come join the Patreoners. I ain't busting heads over there. It's affordable and it is so worth it, honey. We looking good. The Patreoners looking good. Patreoners pulled up on me at our meetup last Saturday. I said, dang, y'all look good. Well, one thing about the Patreon, we gonna look good, honey. We over here sharing all the tea how to look good. Now, we're gonna go now in the Patreon last week. We were discussing narcissism. Okay, again, we are all about protecting ourselves. We are all about being aware of different things and learning how we can avoid it, learning what we can do once we discover it. And so last week we did a very in-depth discussion about narcissism. Now, for those of you who don't know, narcissism is a borderline personality disorder. And what it is it's not like schizophrenia where the brain is imbalanced and, hearing and seeing things that are not there. It's not something like that you can treat with some medication. Narcissism is a defense mechanism that the brain develops in order to protect the person from a certain traumatic experience that usually happens in their childhood before age 12. Narcissism is a disorder that the moment an individual feels any kind of emotions, they shut down. Okay, so narcissistic people, they do feel emotions. However, they do not process them. So they're there. It's like food just sitting in your mouth, but you don't chew it. That is a narcissist. Narcissists are people who have been abandoned, abused, or neglected in their life at some point, like I said, normally in their childhood. And not everybody has the same ability to kind of digest some people really internalize these type of instances. So a narcissistic person is a person who subconsciously does not believe they are worthy of true love and being cared for. Someone in their life abandoned them or did not want them or hurt them. So now they have the inability to ever believe that someone can love them for them. So what narcissistic people do is they cannot validate themselves. Again, someone neglected them, whether it was their father that did not care for them and started a new family, whether it was their mother who were super controlling and dehumanized them. It can be so many different scenarios, but in some way, shape, or form, someone that they felt should be there for them was not. And so since that instance or instances happen, that person now does not feel seen. You see what I'm saying? They don't feel validated. They feel like if this happened to me or if this person did not accept me and want me, then no one can. This is why I say it normally stems from the childhood and is normally caused by a parent. So that child is so hurt by the abuse, control, abandonment, or whatever, that whenever they felt those feelings and could not process them, their brain develops a system where whenever it feels an emotion, it shuts off. The irony behind narcissism is these are people who are incapable of receiving love and reciprocating love and being cared for, yet desire it. Okay, these are people who subconsciously don't think that they can ever truly be loved. And the more that you try to love a narcissistic person, the more they will punish you for attempting to love them. Okay. Narcissism is a very complicated disorder. Unfortunately, narcissism normally will go uncured. It will go, not necessarily uncured, but it will go undiagnosed because most narcissists are not able to process feelings of shame, disappointment, or embarrassment. Okay, because again, they have low self-esteem, they're insecure, they feel unworthy. So anything that negatively that happens, they tend to shut it out and lie to themselves and create their own reality that is more comforting to them than the truth. Okay, so now that's a brief description of what narcissism is. And we are going to go ahead and break down this story because this situation with Crystal and Neyo and Manya Shaw is the perfect Okay, we want to sit here, learn about what this looks like. This is the perfect narcissistic love story. And we're going to go ahead and break this down step by step and really digest what happened here. I see so many people standing up for Crystal and they're all like, we're praying for her. We can't believe this happened to her. And I'm like, girl, please. Y'all better than me. I don't know why y'all sit and feel bad for this woman. This is the perfect example of a new supply thinking that they won and they did not. Now, I'm going to use certain terms during this stream in regards to narcissism. I have experienced a narcissist before. As I describe what's going on here, you may already know you have dealt with a narcissist before, or you may learn that you've dealt with one by the end of the stream. You may also begin to realize that you may be one by the end of the stream. So buckle your seatbelts and we're going to break this down because he hits every single symptom to the T. And I'm not any doctor. I'm not here to diagnose anybody. However, again, if you have a certain amount of traits that fall under this umbrella and a certain consistent pattern, okay, he has a consistent pattern and you have to kind of be able to put 2 and 2 together of what's going on here, because this will help you from getting frustrated if you're dealing with something like this. All right, so now that I've gave that whole long prequel, let's go ahead and get into the video.
First marriage, shall we? At the age of 19, he tied the knot with an unidentified woman, but he told TMZ they got the marriage annulled after only a few months because he had his sights set on bigger things. He told the news outlet, "Music is honestly the only thing I've ever loved, so I chose this over her. Now I'm here, and I don't..."
See, this is step one. This is step one of a narcissist. Music is honestly the only thing I've ever loved. Now, the interesting thing about narcissism is they are unable to keep their own secrets. Okay, narcissists cannot keep their own secrets. So what they will do is they will subconsciously admit to their messed up ways, but almost in general. Like they won't specifically say, I am messed up and incapable of showing love or giving a damn about anyone. Instead, you see how he says, music is honestly the only thing I've ever loved. You see that you have to know how to decode what people say. That translation equals, I am a selfish person and I will never love anybody. You see what I'm saying? But see how they try to downplay it. Music is the only thing I've ever loved. No, you are incapable of normal human connection. Okay, let's stop. No, you are incapable and you deal with people as much as you can benefit from them. And then the minute that you have your bubble of this perfect person you've created in your head has been popped, you want to throw them away. Okay, so be very leery of people like this. The only thing I've ever loved is music. The only thing I've ever loved is basketball. Exit stage left. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Okay, so now you see how he disassociates. He basically is saying he did not love her, that he chose music over her. Then he says, now I'm here and I don't know where she is. You see how he disassociates and act like he doesn't understand what happened, but in the same sentence admits what happened. These are the mind fucks and gaslighting that narcissists will put you through. This is how they get you sucked in. They create this fake person and make you think that's who they is, and they kind of keep you on a carrot stick, think you're going to get back to that person one day, but they've never existed. And they're able to do that by this method right here, which is by disassociating themselves from their behavior.
I don't know where she is. Now, we don't consider it a red flag that he has a failed marriage under his belt since he was so young at the time. However, the fact that he admits that music will always come first indicates that no woman will ever be his top priority.
Come on.
But still, throughout his career, he's had no shortage of beautiful women on his arm, including Monietta Shaw. He and Monietta met in 2009 at a Jamie Foxx concert in Louisiana. They became friends, but eventually things turned romantic and Neyo started buttering her biscuits. In November 2010, they welcomed their daughter, and that same month, they flew to the Dominican Republic to celebrate Fabulous's birthday.
Hold on, let me rewind
While
that.
there, things turned romantic, and Neyo started buttering her biscuits. In November 2010, they welcomed a woman will ever be his top priority. But still, throughout his career, he's had no shortage of beautiful women on his arm, including Monietta Shaw. He and Monietta met in 2009 at a Jamie Foxx concert in Louisiana. They became friends, but eventually things turned romantic, and Neyo started buttering her biscuits. In November 2010, they welcomed their daughter, and that.
Okay, let me break down what just happened right there. I don't know if y'all caught on to what happened. Narcissistic people will move fast. I want to see if y'all notice how they met in 2009. She was giving birth by 2010. Okay. Narcissists will try to impregnate you or get pregnant by you in order to trap you in. The more a narcissist knows that you cannot leave them, the worse they will treat you. Okay. So narcissists will be the people where they will very quickly try to knock you up or get knocked up by you, because the quicker they can get you sucked in, the better. The more they can start treating you bad. Because remember, narcissists get fed by treating bad and pushing people away that love them, because they want to see that person fight for them. You see, in a healthy relationship, everything is very equally yoked. Nobody has to suffer to prove that they love the other person. Narcissists do not work like that. Again, they don't think they're worthy of love. So they want to sit and push people away the best way that they can. Okay. So they cannot wait to have you in deep so they can sit and treat you horribly, and they can know that you can't go anywhere, and they can just sit and treat you bad. Narcissists are always looking to be vengeful. Narcissists could be sitting here avenging how they got their feelings hurt when they were 8 years old on everyone that tries to love them later on. They want to make other people feel the way they felt, which is yearning their love, yearning their attention, and not giving it to the person. Narcissists always want people to feel the way they feel. Okay. So I want you all to notice that 2009 they met. She was giving birth by 2010, and they were not married. Okay. Keep that in mind.
That same month, they flew to the Dominican Republic to celebrate Fabulous's birthday. While there, Neyo proposed with a 10-carat diamond.
Narcissistic people do not like for the attention to not be on them. They will often try to usurp the birthday boy or the birthday girl by doing grand gestures on someone's birthday. Okay. Narcissistic people either hate birthdays or love birthdays. Okay. So the next thing to notice is that he would sit here and propose to her at Fabulous birthday when it's supposed to be about him, knowing paparazzi was going to see, knowing it was going to hit the blogs. This is an example of having a narcissistic friend. It's your birthday and he proposes at your birthday trip.
Diamond engagement ring, and Monietta said yes. Monietta got pregnant again in 2011, and this was around the time their relationship really started to go downhill.
Also, narcissists look at human beings as objects that they own. They look at human beings as tools to provide comfort and things that they need. They're very entitled, and they, in order to protect themselves from being discarded by someone else, they tell themselves that nothing is wrong with them and they're great people. Since they think that they're so great and they're so entitled to you, they will resent you if you ever friend zone them. Notice that she said they started off as friends and eventually he started buttering her biscuits. If you're dealing with a narcissistic man and you start out as just his friend, he will start from then his plan to get vengeance and to punish you for ever friend zoning him. I know a lot of the stuff I'm going to say here sounds sick, but this is the truth. That's why, in my opinion, narcissism is the worst mental illness and personality disorder to deal with. Okay. So now she made him wait. Okay. They started out as friends. He had to talk his way out the friend zone. This is when he starts initiating his plan on how I'm going to punish her, because how dare she friend zone me? So now I'm going to give her a bunch of kids. I'm going to find my revenge.
Hill. She told the New York Post she was at their home in Atlanta while Neyo spent all of his time working in LA. When she suggested that she move to LA so they could be together as a family, Neyo was adamant that she stay in Atlanta because that's where he wanted his children to be raised. Surely a Grammy Award-winning, chart-topping, in-demand artist.
This lady is so shady. I love it. This is the most hilarious lady I have ever seen. Who run this channel, ma'am? You funny. Okay, I have a sick sense of humor and I find you hilarious. The way you are shading with this professional news reporter voice is genius. Real reality gossip lady. We don't know who you are, but you're funny. Surely a multi-award-winning Grammy-nominated artist could afford a new home. Girl, you so shady.
Could afford to purchase homes for his family in multiple locations, right? And a multimillionaire entertainer could surely provide his children with the best of the best in any city of the world, right? So what was the real reason he kept Moneta 2,183 miles away from him? Well, 4 months before Moneta gave birth to their second child, Neyo sat down with a British magazine and admitted he was guilty of being a cheater, pumpkin eater. He added, "There are times when I know I'm not the nicest person, when I know what I'm doing is wrong, but then sometimes you have to figure out what's really important to you. There are times when I get upset."
Oh, let me let her finish this.
There's an ugly side to me.
Okay. Now, this is the most classic narcissistic statement I've ever seen. Okay. Now, again, narcissistic people know that they are bad people. They know and their patterns know. Okay. Every relationship of theirs starts in drama, ends in drama. Every relationship they get into, they're faithful for a little bit, then they get bored and then they go doing stuff. So trust me, they know that they have the same pattern of the same behaviors over and over again. They know that they're bad people. They know that they're hurting people. Listen to what he says. He says, "There are times when I know I'm not the nicest person." This is how narcissists downplay what they do while slightly admitting to who they are. Okay. Now, this man is out here terrorizing and hurting women in the worst way, but you see how he downplays it to, "I'm not the nicest person." You'll also hear narcissists say stuff like, "You have flaws too. We're all not perfect." It'll be like, "You slept with my sister in our bed." And he'll be like, "Now, listen, you ain't perfect either. We all make mistakes. I know I ain't perfect." That is narcissist red flag number one. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. Sir, okay, you stole $30,000 from me. Now, I made my mistakes, but so have you. Sir, you stole money. You wired yourself money out of my account. Now, listen, everybody did things they regret. That's how they do. When I know what I'm doing is wrong, there are times when I know I'm not the nicest person, when I know what I'm doing is wrong, but then sometimes you have to figure out what's really important to you. There are times when I get upset. There's an ugly side to me. Okay. So you see how he's admitting to how his brain works. I know I'm not a nice person. I know what I'm doing is wrong, but what's more important? Me. They'll tell you who they are. This is why I wanted to dissect this, because I know we hear the word thrown around a lot, but we don't see how this looks in real life. How does this look in the beginning? Moving fast and sitting there and admitting that you're not the nicest person and you're out here doing disgusting things. These are the type of things that we really have to pay attention to in order to avoid these situations. Okay.
It's not all smiles. Instead of walking away, Moneta stayed and ultimately lost her self-respect. In her book titled Bigger Than Me, which we've linked for you in the description box, Moneta said she had the engagement ring, but she didn't have the commitment.
Woo, that was a bar. Oh, do y'all know that was a bar on the low? I got the ring, but not the commitment. Just like you can have a wedding, but not have a marriage. See, this is why I don't believe in shaming women of why you ain't married, why you don't have no husband, because this is the stupid stuff that it pushes women to do. Okay. Who cares if you have the ring if you don't have the commitment? Who cares if you have the wedding if you don't have the marriage? Who cares? Okay. There are so many women that do this. You're all pressured just to say you're married. So you sit and put up with this stupid stuff just to say that you somebody wife. But the whole time you ain't really married because marriage is spiritual. You can't be married to this dinosaur. Okay, you can't do that. You cannot sit here and be married to this T-Rex, Butterfinger, BB head ass.
He wrote, I subconsciously started turning a blind eye to the lies and infidelity.
Now, the reason why people okay, let me also say this. If you have 10 narcissists, probably 8 of them cheat. The only way narcissists really don't cheat is if the person that they're with makes them look better than what they are, and they know they can't do any better. Okay. If you see a narc that does not cheat, normally they know if I lose this person, it will make me look bad, and I can't replace them with something just as good as better. So then you'll have some narcissists that won't cheat because they have a vested interest in keeping you around to make themselves look good. However, most narcissists cheat because most narcissists need to have multiple people at their disposal. Number one, because they have extreme abandonment issues. And number two, again, because they need validation from multiple people. Okay. Narcissists will make you so exhausted. A narcissist will hold on to a lie. I don't care. You could tell them, I seen you with my own eyes. You can walk in on them. You could say, I seen a screenshot. It does not matter. Narcissists will never, ever admit to what they did. And it's so exhausting that it will make their partner eventually just turning real Ray Charles and real Stevie Wonder to their BS, because you don't even have the energy to sit and confront them about nothing no more, because you already know it's not going to get nowhere. So this is what Manetta did. Now she's in deep. This is why I tell y'all, don't be having them kids. Don't be having them kids talk about woulda, coulda, shoulda. All right. Healthy men don't even really want you having their kids unless they want to marry you. You meet a man that want to knock you up real quick, but don't want to marry you. Red flag, narcissistic red flag. So now I get it in too deep. And this is why they do this. Now you got 2 kids. Now he gonna sit and dangle. This is called future faking. Narcissists always make you think what they're gonna do. Oh, baby, we're gonna get married. I'm gonna buy you this ring and we gonna. Okay, so now she in deep. Now she's giving the power to him. Okay. And this is why I always tell women, stop getting attached to men. You can get bonded to a man. You cannot get attached. What's the difference between attachment and a bond? Attachment is leech-like. Anything can be attached to another object. You can sit with a hammer and nail and attach something to anything. I could attach a pillow to this wall if I wanted to right now. Thank you so much for the super chat. Lucky Marie, she says, you preaching the gospel. And that's on period, sis. I feel like this video will help so many people who might be going through this and trying to figure out what the hell is wrong, but it's not really anything that's going wrong. Thank you so much for the cash app, Mr. Hatchet. Thank y'all for loving on me. Someone say Neyo seems zesty as hell. Now that's a whole nother conversation. Woo, that's another conversation. Cass says, you are 100% on point. Unfortunately, I've experienced this more than once. Y'all, please listen to her. Also, some of them are on the DL. Trust me. Whoo, girl. Woo! Because remember, narcissists need validation from others. Okay? They need it so bad that, yes, even a man, even a trans woman, okay? If you dealt with a narcissist, when you look at who they cheat on you with, it'll leave you confused. You'll be like, why you cheat on me with this person? I'm better, or I look better. It don't matter how they look. Don't matter their age. Don't matter their sex, creed, or it don't matter. As long as it is another human being with a pulse responding to them and giving them attention, that's all they need. And if you are a human being who knows that you are loved and worthy and a human, regardless of who validates you, you will not understand their mindset of being unable to do that. They don't think they look good till someone compliments them. They don't think they're wanted and desired until multiple women sleep with them. You see what I'm saying? So yes, they do hold the tendency to be bi or DL because they need the attention and validation. It doesn't matter from who.
She tried to find happiness in her material possessions, but that didn't work. She worked out and kept herself looking nice and tight, but that didn't stop him from cheating either.
You know, that was shade. And I've been told y'all, I said ever since I went viral for that, comment about when a man want help, he'll get a big girl. Didn't I tell you now how everywhere I go, it's always a female that is making references like that? Like, oh, well, now every woman who look good and is in shape that get cheated on, they all be like, oh, I see he still cheated, even though she was in the gym, even though she looked good. I be noticing shit like this all around YouTube lately. And I swear to God, it's ever since that video that now it's a whole bunch of women that go out their way to point out when a woman that's in shape gets cheated on. I swear to y'all, it's the weirdest thing, but this happens all the time. I just want to throw that. I noticed that. I caught that. This is very new. I've never seen women have that talking point before. Now, all of a sudden, it's become this mass talking point to point out women who look good and are in shape and still get cheated on. Okay. Like that was the point.
She told herself all men cheat, so she could feel better about her situation. And in order to gain some control, she told Neyo that if he was going to cheat, he needed to tell her first and make sure he used protection.
And this is when the face she making. And this is when I really feel bad, because I'm just imagining in her mind, her trying her best. Now, for y'all that don't know, Monyetta come from good stock, okay? Monyetta's parents have been married for like 50 years, okay? That's the standard that she comes from, all right? So this ain't no little hood rat, that was trying to, no, in her mind, the pressure is on that she has to maintain this because it's the expectation of her. Okay. And this is what narcissists will do. They will put you in the situation to where you're like, okay, I got to make this work because they get you super invested super quick. Thank you so much for the Cash App, Peyton. She said, I learned so much from you. Thanks, Six. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you for appreciating me. Okay, so this is when you can tell that Monyetta really starts losing herself. It's all slipping through her hands. What she doesn't know is, sis, that's going to slip through your hands regardless. Okay, he is getting ready to discard you. Okay, by him going to California and leaving her in Atlanta, that was his first step in emotionally discarding you. Narcissists normally discard you in 2 steps. First is emotionally, second is physically. The emotional discard is more painful than the physical because technically they're still there, but they're not giving you what you want. They're holding back, okay? They're minimalizing you. I'm going to go over here to LA and just start working. Even though I have the means to bring you here, I'm going to just sit here because I'm beginning my emotional disconnect from you, okay? Because a lot of narcissists will just get so terrible to where they make you want to leave them. But Monyetta wasn't leaving, okay? So Neyo is trying everything to get her to leave, all right? But she wasn't.
Monyetta wrote in her book that even though she gave him a whole pass, Neyo continued lying and playing games behind her back.
Narcissists cannot tell the truth to save their life. They are compulsive liars. Remember, these are people who are just ashamed of who they are, okay? So they lie about everything because they feel as though if they honestly show themselves to people that you won't like it. So they never reveal who they truly are and they make up a lie about who they are. It does not matter. You can tell the narcissist, hey, I'm totally okay with that. Just tell me. They will still lie, because any direction or instruction that you give a narcissist in regards to your relationship, they look at it as you trying to sun them and you're trying to control them. So, for example, if you say, hey, all right, if you want to have multiple women, that's fine. Just let me know, use protection. They will go out and go fuck raw and not tell you just because you told them not to do that. I'm going to repeat this again. These are people who don't think they're worthy of love and try to punish anyone that does. Okay? So if you tell them, hey, can you not be raw peening these women, and can you at least let me know? They will still lie and still hide it because they don't hear that the way you said it. When you tell them that, it brings them back to whatever traumatic experience they experienced that made them feel as though they had no power and control. So they will rebel against what you asked, even if it is totally understandable to do in a relationship. All right.
And while he was out having fun, she was still faithful and 100% committed to him. In another act of desperation, she agreed to invite a third person into their bedroom.
Now, once y'all get to the point of threesomes, you officially lost it. Okay. Once you get to the point of threesomes, honey, that's it at that point. Okay. I think my food is about to burn. Give me 1 second. Woo, my bad, y'all. Y'all know I'm on super mom status. I'm like, okay, make dinner, do the live stream. Woo, child. I'm sitting here like, woo, I forgot I had that in there. It didn't burn though, thank God. I'm making a super delicious turkey breast, roasted turkey breast. Delicioso. All right, let's continue. Oh, yes. Your bed is sacred. Whenever you bring another man or woman into your home bed, you are asking for trouble. All right. It is very important to keep a couple's bed sacred just for them. You really shouldn't even have your kids in your bed. All right. So once you bring somebody in your bed, go ahead and pack your shit. It's officially going down.
In her book, she wrote, I told myself that if I weren't in it, then another woman would be taking my place.
Now, this is how else narcissists keep their victims in tow, is they always sell you this idea that it will always get better and you better stay around because someone else is going to reap these benefits and someone else is going to get what you get if you don't, if you don't comply. So they'll always leave you in this space where you feel like, let me just hang in there because I don't want somebody else to get it. They'll always make you think that if you leave them, they will treat someone else better. And we're going to see how that worked out. So you see how she said, I told myself that if it wasn't me, it would be another woman. Baby, you should have let it have been another woman go through that instead of you. Let it be another woman.
Manana proved to Neyo that she would do anything to keep him and their family together. So when he suggested she get her tubes tied, she agreed. And Neyo...
Now, do you see the progression here? Again, a narcissist is someone that pushes you to leave, but then if you do, they fall apart. Okay, it's a walking contradiction. And this is why that's why the people that have been through this with them need therapy afterwards, because you won't know what hit you. Okay, you won't know if you coming or going. Oh, snap, malevolent elephant. Hey, Curtis. Thank you, malevolent elephant. Hold on, put my fur on. Wait a minute. Thank you, malevolent elephant. you, Curtis. Yeah, please check out Malevolent Elephant channel. Oh, darling, you should not have you dog you. Oh, you dog you, Malevolent Elephant. Oh, my. Oh, you dog you. Oh, I forgot to put my thing. Oh, you dog you. Oh, thank you, Curtis. Oh, thank you, Curtis. All right, now, hold on now. All right. Shoot. I don't forgot what I was saying. Let's proceed with the video. Thank you, Curtis. What I was saying. Oh, okay. So remember, I told you that narcissistic people, their goal is to push you away, but to not actually have you leave. Remember, a narcissist gets fed off of how badly they can treat you and you stay. Now, the more that you take in your mind, they will look at it as, okay, this person must really love me. Look at all this stuff they're putting up with. They're still here after I did XYZ. A normal person would say, okay, let me stop playing. This person really care about me. No. What the narcissist will do is, if they do this and you stay, they'll say, okay, cool. The next time they do something, it'll be 10 times worse. They see you still stay. Okay, watch this. And they will progressively get worse. If the first time they cheated with a girl at the Red Roof Inn and they got caught, the next time you catch them, it'll be in your car. Then the next time you catch them, it'll be in your house. You see what I'm saying? They will progressively do worse and worse stuff to you the more that you stay around. So now he done did all that. She still stayed. Now he want to see how much farther can he push her and ask her to get her tubes burned. Okay. All the while, keep in mind that all the while he is still on his mission to punish her for making him wait and friend zoning him in the beginning. This is the classic narcissistic love story. Classic.
Also agreed to undergo a vasectomy to signify that they were mutually committed to their relationship. She gave birth to their son in October 2011, and before the doctors finished up in the delivery room, she told them, "I want you to burn my fallopian tubes." Monyetta told the New York Post that afterward she assumed Neyo had followed through with his promise to get a vasectomy. However, she didn't have time to confirm because she was too busy caring for their children and planning their wedding. She said, "I trusted him so much that it never even crossed my mind that he hadn't gone through with it." 2 months before their August 2013 wedding date, Neyo called her and told her, "I don't want to be monogamous anymore." Well, it wasn't like he was monogamous in the first place.
Y'all see the shady
voice?
voice?
What he meant was that he didn't want to be with her anymore. The relationship she thought would last forever was officially over. Sort of. During an appearance on The Real, Monyetta revealed that they lived together for another year following their breakup. Neyo told—
all right, that's another narcissist tactic. All right. Now, Neyo got plenty of money. Now, even though we don't like Neyo, one thing that nigga got is some long money. Okay, money ain't nothing but a thing. I remember, his money is not really from his music. Y'all remember that he is a songwriter. Neyo got long money. Could Neyo have bought her own house for her and the kids to stay in? Absolutely. But remember, a narcissist is a person who pushes you away but does not want you to leave. Okay? So he hovers over her. Now, he don't let her know he don't want to be with her no more. Now, instead of getting her own home, paying her some child support and letting her move on, he uses finances to control her and keep her in the house to keep her from really being able to move on even after he has left her. This is another major tactic of a narcissist. That's why I say don't sign a lease with a narcissist. Okay, you got to have yourself in position to be able to get the fuck ASAP by any means. Okay, so he very well could have put her in her own place. He didn't, because he was hoping, because he wants to maintain control and does not want to see her with anyone else, because narcissists look at you as their property, not as a human. Now, I'm sure they were still sleeping together, and I'm sure that in Manyetta's mind, he maybe was just going through a phase, and he would, see what he had with his family and would want to stay. I'm sure that's what she was thinking in her mind, okay? Because there is no such thing as people being broken up but still living together, okay? We are all too old to be falling for that. Yeah, we're not together, but we still live together. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Narcissistic tactic 101.
Told Vibe magazine that he had been in so many back-to-back relationships that he decided to take a break and be a single man. So although he and Monietta were still living under the same roof, he said he started doing all the sick and disgusting things that single men do.
You see how they say stuff like this? Do you see this? I want y'all to really pay attention to the things he's saying so you know how to spot these kind of people, because some of us, we always thought that narcissists, the way society explains it, is these super raging, egotistical, big old mean people. And that's not always how it looks. Okay. They can look like this, look like the victim. So he's saying, I'm doing all the sick and disgusting things that single men do. You see how when they're doing something wrong, they immediately try to group it up. He doesn't say, what I'm doing is unacceptable and disgusting. He'll say, well, this is what single men do. He just said he's doing disgusting things. And he says, but I'm not proud of it. It's just downplays it. We all make mistakes. None of us perfect. I'm just doing the things single people do. This is how they try to sit and kind of make excuses or try to downplay what they do so that they can stomach themselves another day.
I'm not proud of a lot of it. In 2015, he met Crystal when she auditioned to appear in a short film associated with one of his albums. Neyo said there was something about Crystal that made him want to be monogamous, and he knew she was the one.
Okay, now that we want to break that part down there as well, because that's very important. Narcissists, when they first meet someone, what they do is they idealize and they pedestalize that person. So narcissists get super excited when they first meet someone. This is why they always cheat. When they meet someone, they get really excited. Oh, I know they're the one. Oh, by the second, third date, they're telling you they love you. Oh, I know they're the one. I know this is for sure the one for me. This is what it is. And they very well could believe that in their mind. Okay. So now he's just sat here and said he's so disgusting. Said a third. Now he is saying that he met her and she, quote unquote, makes him want to be monogamous. Yeah. Okay.
2 weeks after they met, they went on their first date. When Neyo released the video for his song Money Can't Buy, featuring Crystal as the video vixen, Monietta realized he had moved on. In her book, she describes the pain of watching Neyo embrace monogamy with someone he had just met.
All right, now let's talk about this, because this is a position a lot of women get caught up in. This is a very important part of this video. This is the pivotal moment, okay? Now, number one, my heart goes out to this sister because I can only kind of imagine what she was going through at this time. Girl, I know you was sick. Girl, I know you could not eat. You know what I'm saying? You don't have these 2 kids. This man has emotionally discarded you. You in the same home thinking some way y'all going to make this happen. Y'all got these children. And then you pop on Instagram and he popping out with this mixed chick. Talk about he happy and he ready to move on. You know what I'm saying? But this is why you have to know the traits of a person like this so that you understand that this is who that person is. Changing the person will not change them. So many women are in the position that Monietta was in here. And now you're depressed because in your mind, he's about to treat this other girl better because she must have something that you don't have, or she must be better than you in some kind of way. And instead of a lot of women moving on and charging this shit to the game and being like, good luck, sis. knowing she gonna go through the same thing you went through. I'm sorry, no, she's not. She's gonna go through worse than what you went through, because now he don't dealt with you. Now he has a list of all the ways he got caught with you. Now he know how to be more careful with the next one. You see what I'm saying? Now he has taken note of everything you wanted and he never gave you. So now he knows to give that to the other one even faster and even better. Okay. So while she over here depressed, talking about it was hard to watch him, why were you watching him, sis? What is there to watch? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Again, this is why, you got attached. You got attached to someone that wasn't attached to you. You formed an attachment instead of a bond. Remember, attachment can be attached to anything. A bond has to be mutual. A bond has to be compatible. When you pull out a piece of glue, the glue going to tell you the surfaces that it is compatible to be bonded with. Bond means both sides agree. Attachment means one side agrees. You cannot control a man, and this is what it looked like when you get attached to one. Okay? Yeah, I thought it was crazy when I say stop getting attached. This is what it looks like. Imagine if she would have saw the red flags from jump and salvaged these years of her life, wasting her time. And that's what they'll do. They will post. Let's say if they never posted you and you like, why you never posted me? When you leave them or they leave you, the next person, they're going to post them because they know that you want to be posted. So now they all on Instagram making themselves look happy. And in the beginning, they probably are. But you got to remember, you were happy with them in the beginning one time as well. You see what I'm saying? So don't be watching them thinking, oh, now he's going to do a complete 180 and become a better man for her. No, he's not. Girl, you should have been out with a new man. You should have been moving on with your life. You should have been taking a vacation, shopping, worrying about you. I wish I would be sitting there looking at his Instagram. For what? The situation ain't what you thought it was, sis. It's dead. It never was what you thought it was. Move on. Move on.
Monietta wrote, she will have everything that I ever wanted with the same man that I...
Lies. Nope. And this is what keep women with a narcissistic man longer than they should. They will sit here and make you think that if I leave, another woman going to get what I want. But think about how sick that is in itself. Subconsciously, you're admitting that you know that he knows what you want, and you know he knows, and you know that he's purposely not giving it to you. That is sick. So you know he know what you want. You know that he's not giving it to you, and you still stick around, holding on to hope. You should have been moved on, sis. She will have everything I ever wanted. Baby, she gonna have more than you ever needed. Trust me. Okay, this is the perfect, oh my God, A1 scenario. This is the perfect example.
I wanted it with. To make matters even worse, social media tagged Monietta in pictures of Chris.
And this is a perfect example of how, a lot of women who are mixed get away with murder. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is this. When you really look at Shorty, she really ain't even all that. You see what I'm saying? Like when you really look at her, Monietta is actually prettier in the face than her. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say looks don't matter with a narcissist. It does not matter. If it could be a situation to make them look better, then that's one thing. But if you really look at her, Shorty really is average. If you really pay attention. But that don't matter.
Crystal and Neyo, and that added another level of pain that Monietta couldn't even put into words.
I used to pay $162 every month for my car insurance.
We don't care, Hunter.
Check out how much I'm paying.
While at a hotel in January 2015, Neyo told Crystal, I love you. I can't live without you. Crystal responded, well, why don't you marry me then? He didn't have a ring, but Crystal told him she didn't need a ring to be engaged. So he proposed right then and there, and she said yes. 7 months later, they announced Crystal's pregnancy.
I told you. What did I tell you? Come on. When you really break it down, It's the same pattern over and over and over. Really. And, maybe you've had to go through this before to learn this. But, once you go through this, and shout out to all the ladies that's been through this, myself included. Once you've been through this one time, if you're smart, if you're paying attention and being accountable for where you missed the mark, you will never go through this again, because you will begin to see they all pretty much have the same system, formula, and pattern. Okay? So now he get with her. I love you. I just know I want to be monogamous with you. I can't live without you. I want you to have my baby. Marry me. But you still living in the house with Monyetta. What was the difference between me and her? You know what Crystal thought was a difference? That she was mixed and pretty. It's the same thing over and over. What makes you think, Crystal, that now he want to sit in, now I want to be this person? Come on now.
Monyetta heard the news. She was crushed. Not only did the pregnancy confirm that Neyo hadn't gone through with the vasectomy, but Monyetta couldn't believe he was starting a new family, while she was left behind and unable to conceive any more children. She also discussed the heartache she experienced during her time on the reality show Atlanta Exes. Neyo and Crystal got married on the West Coast in February 2016. The children he shared with Monyetta.
Now, she skipped a detail in that I want to discuss, okay? Now, when healthy people get into a new relationship, okay, healthy people should not have anyone that feels like they got God. Okay, when healthy people get into a relationship, there shouldn't be no one coming to you as a man, coming to you as a woman. Healthy people, when they get into a relationship, nobody else feels slighted or deceived. When you get with someone and the ex is coming to you like, oh, hell no, what's going on? And this is called triangulation. Because narcissists love drama, because drama is attention, especially if the drama is over them. Healthy people don't want you to fight over them. Narcissistic people do. Narcissistic people want you to fight and have drama over them because it's a form of supply to make them feel valid. So they will always triangulate you against their ex. Okay, so now he don't went to Crystal and told Crystal, oh yeah, I'm tired of her. Probably made up all type of stuff about Monyetta. She's not this, she's not doing that. I'm so unhappy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to wait till my kids get older so that, I can go ahead and get up out of there. So this is the stuff he telling Crystal. And if you are not careful, if you are a woman operating in her ego, like Crystal clearly was, you will sit and it will feel good to you that, oh, he's choosing me over her. And in that moment, your ego going to be stroking. It's going to feel real good. But at some point, you're going to be a grown woman and pay attention to this. Okay. So what they'll do is they'll come and they'll tell you, oh, my ex, she bitter. She bitter because I don't want to be with her no more. She crazy. You know what? Here's her Instagram. Go ahead and block her. Go ahead and block her because she might say something to you because she is delusional. I'm talking about this girl is a straight schizophrenic. So then if the ex does pop out and say something to you, it makes a narcissist look like they're telling the truth because the new girl pops up and the old shawty pop up and the new shawty is like, oh, he said this was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So while you trying to warn, that's why I say don't ever warn the new girl. That bitch gonna find out the hard way, just like you had to. It is what it is. You are not Captain Save a Hoe. It is not your job to save these hoes. Okay, so many ladies be talking about they want to warn her. Warn her of what? Fuck that bitch. That bitch on her own. I ain't saying shit to that bitch. She'll figure it out just like you did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, I want to warn her. Warn her. Fuck her. Half of the time she was around while you was around anyway. You know, you'll be all right, tough, right? She'll figure it out. To hell with her. I don't give a damn about that. I ain't saying shit. Bitch, good luck. You know what I'm saying? People want to say, what do you want to say to her? I'm going to pray for you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, is there something you want to say? Buckle your seatbelt. Good luck. May the best woman win. Bitch, I know what I want to say. Bitch, cue the Hunger Game music. May the odds be ever in your favor. That's what I want to say to that bitch. Good luck, bitch. Woo! Girl, boy, whoo! I salute you. You know what I'm saying? So do not warn the new girl. Repeat after me. Fuck that bitch. I ain't here to save these hoes. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to say. Tell yourself in your mind. A bitch ain't save you. You see what I'm saying? A bitch sat there and let you go into that lion's den. She'll be all right. Okay? Because if you try to warn her, he don't already told her you crazy. When you meet a guy and he just say his ex crazy, girl, please. She ain't crazy. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? Healthy people don't do that. Healthy people not going to sit here and be like, oh, my ex, you know, boy, I'm letting you know now, he might come say something like we still dealing with each other, because you are. So now if the ex comes say something to you, now it look like, oh, they told me the truth. Who? If you know, you know. One sexy Virgo said the mothers of these guys are the worst. Girl, you must have been through this before. One sexy Virgo, for you to say this, you've been through this before. The mom is the worst. And remember, the mom is the worst for two reasons. Number one, because there's a high chance that she's also a narcissist. A lot of narcissistic women will breed narcissistic children because they're very controlling. So number two, she going to be his number one enabler. Number one, because she a narcissist too, and she trying to make herself look good. And number two, she's scared to get cut off by her son. Okay, because narcissists want people that just blindly support them. So the mama will sit and condone it, even though as a woman, she know damn well what's up. She will sit and condone it because she's scared to get cut off at she's scared of the rage from the narcissist. Narcissists, the only emotion they can express is anger. Okay, nobody get more mad than a narcissist that got caught in some stuff. So yes, the mama is the worst. Oh my God. And if the mama financially depends on him, even worse. Or if he financially depends on the mama, even worse. Whoo, girl, you must have been through it before to know that piece of tea, boy. A narcissist mama, the worst. Especially if she won too. Because then she also taking little steps to put you down and dehumanize you too. You see what I'm saying? And she also taking little jabs at you and looking at ways to make you feel unloved and unwanted. She looking at different ways to kind of one up you. Ooh, Chile, this is so much tea. There's so much to learn in this story. Let's learn from this so that we don't got to go through this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should always take time to learn from other women. Learn from your sisters. And I like that Manetta wrote a book about it. Like, yeah, let me go ahead and show y'all the game. Yeah, if you've been through it, that's your job. Yep, sis, we finna sit and dissect this whole thing because we want to learn. Because, boy, we don't want this to happen to us. We don't want this to happen.
At the ceremony because they had a school orientation they needed to attend in Atlanta. There are 365 days in a year, but Neyo managed to have his wedding on the one day his children were unavailable. Interesting,
the shade.
Ain't it? Crystal and Neyo went on to welcome their son in 2016, and another son followed in 2018. Moneta told the New York Post it hurt to see Neyo and Crystal parade their love on social media. Moneta also hoped Crystal was paying attention to the red flags. Moneta said, "How does she know that he's not going to do the same thing to her that he did to me?"
And that's a very good question, sis. And the answer is he will do the same thing. Oh Lord, here go another ad.
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month.
Listen, Allie, we don't care about your $1,000, Allie.
I don't know if you can see this, but it's called.
We can't see it.
Perhaps
Allie.
Neyo was more content with Crystal because she appeared to be about that life. After news of her first pregnancy hit the internet, an anonymous person posted old footage of Crystal participating in adult activities with 2 other women. Neyo was reportedly unbothered by the footage. Crystal and Neyo settled down in the lap of luxury, and Crystal told the Daily Mail that she loved living in the $1.9 million home in Sherman Oaks, California, that Neyo had purchased for them. But wait, wasn't Neyo adamant about raising his children in Atlanta when he was with Moneta? But suddenly, he's perfectly fine with raising his children in another state.
I can't believe y'all let this snapper turtle play y'all like this. I can't believe y'all let this Komodo dragon play y'all. I ain't gonna hold you, okay? Y'all sat here and got played by this reptilian. All right, and that's what's doing it for me. Boy, that's how you know he must got a real smooth talk game, because I wish I would sit and get finessed by D'Angelo from the goddamn Ninja Turtle. Want to get this nigga a slice of pizza. God damn it.
State? Very interesting. But in February 2020, after 4 years of marriage, Neyo announced they were over. He opened up about their marital issues and claimed they split up because their demons don't mesh. And then the pandemic hit, and being quarantined together helped them reignite the spark.
Now remember, narcissists cannot be alone, okay? So boy, I know that pandemic was hell on a lot of narcissistic people because they cannot be by themselves. So it's very understandable how they separated, but you know, COVID hits and you know, now he's trying to get back because a narcissist can't sit in the house by themselves with their own thoughts. It'll drive them insane.
Neyo said they had uncomfortable conversations, hashing out their problems by being, quote, blatantly, painfully, brutally honest. Those difficult conversations brought them closer together.
That's what I meant to say. Okay. This is very important. Now, again, if you meet someone and they're telling you about how their ex is crazy, they'll probably reach out to you. They're so jealous of us, this, that, and the third. Understand that really should not be a thing. We all grown. People know how to say, hey, there is a difference between two grown people mutually coming together to say, hey, this is not working. You know, we're not happy. We want to move on. There also is a difference between one person coming to the other person honestly and saying, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. I want to move on. I'm so sorry, but I just don't want to be here. That may be hurtful. However, it's honest. There's no deceit. There's no deception there. No one did anything wrong there. Somebody saying, I'm not happy with you and I don't want to be with you. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, selling this person a dream that I'm going to change, we're going to work on things, and then popping out with someone else, that's wrong. Okay. So now Crystal was very foolish here and thought that this man don't sat there and had 2 kids with the last woman, did not speak to her. Okay. Let Neyo tell her the story about how, oh, we cool because of the kids. You know what I'm saying? I got her in a house in Atlanta. I take care of her, you know, because we got kids. Crystal fell for that at her old age. Okay. Crystal was not no 18-year-old when she met Neyo. That bitch had been around the block. All right. But again, in her greed and ego will kill women every time. You going down. In her greed and ego, she thought that she mixed light skin and it would not happen to her. I want you guys to know this, okay? Crystal's efforts to antagonize Moneta, we seen the same thing with Danny Lay and Mimi, that these mixed girls think that they're going to do better because they're lighter and biracial, okay? So in her effort to taunt Moneta, do you know that Crystal went to the same, because keep in mind, Neyo called off him and Moneta's wedding only 2 months prior, okay? So everything was already set up. Understand that Crystal went and got her wedding dress made by the same designer that made Moneta's dress that she never got to wear. I also want you to keep in mind, Crystal then proceeds to marry Neyo at the same venue that Moneta was supposed to marry him in. Crystal had all kind of comments on the internet when people would make comments about it and be like, she was not his wife. I'm his wife. I did not break up a marriage. They were never married. He never married her. He married me. And this is how, if you are the new supply, you can end up aiding the narcissist in hurting the ex. Okay? This is why you never get quote unquote jealous of the new woman or the new supply. Trust and believe and you're right, she won't get the same man you got. He will change for her for the worst. Okay? So now he don't convince Crystal that Manetta is jealous and hating and bitter because she can't be with him and Crystal won and I got him and I'm better and ha 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 ha. Now how a real woman would have handled this is you be the guy, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Me, my baby mama, you know what I'm saying? I still take care of her, you know what I mean? We good. Okay, well, let me talk to her. Okay, I understand. Sometimes life goes with inflation things. Let me talk to her. A real woman would have spoken to Manetta prior to busting it open for him to go ahead and get the tea on what's going on. Chris is stupid. Talk about God said, watch this. Watch this. But Crystal didn't do that. Again, because of greed and ego. Okay, and I'm going to show y'all later the raggedy ass interview where Neyo paid Manetta and Manetta trying to be a real mother and not wanting her kids to see what happened, and it ruined their self-worth. Manetta get her ass on the reel along with Neyo and that bitch and go and sit on there and talk about, yes, our relationships didn't overlap. They didn't. Okay, she got up there and lied like a rug. And I get it because she want to protect her kids. Because what kids want to grow up and hear that my mom got discarded for some mixed girl and we wasn't good enough? That will hurt the kids. So I can understand as a motherly move why she got up there and lied for him. Knowing that her kids was going to see it. I can understand that. I probably would have done the same thing. But that's not all what happened. He had Crystal pent up and housed up in LA and had Manetta across the country. That's what really happened. Crystal was 100% dealing with Neyo when he was still with Manetta, and that's on period.
And they reconciled 4 months later. Crystal gave birth to Neyo's 5th child, a baby girl, in June.
Now also know this, okay? Around this time is when Manetta meets her now husband, okay? And though I don't agree with who she chose to marry, that ain't my business during this time, okay? Couldn't be me, but that's on her. Maybe she was traumatized. I'm just my being naive. Ain't got nothing to do with me, all right? But around this time, again, this is why you never get quote unquote jealous of the new girl. You need to feel sad for the new girl. You need to feel afraid for the new girl, okay? You need to pray for the new girl. All right. By this time, Manetta met a new man. Okay. By this time, Manetta is getting ready to get married. So now Crystal's between a rock and a hard place. Crystal thought that she could get in there and bring other women into their bedroom too. And this is what the narcissist does. The narcissist will tell the new girl, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like my old chick, but she ain't never want to let me have multiple women. You know what I'm saying? Man supposed to have variety. She wasn't down with that though. You know what I'm saying? So now it makes the new supply, the new girl feel like, oh, well, she wasn't down to slay different chicks in the bedroom. Well, I am. So Crystal thought she on video and everything doing nasty stuff with females, thinking that, okay, well, if I go ahead and join in, I'll be better than her. I can give him what he wasn't getting. Sometimes that's the worst thing you can think as a woman is I can give him what she couldn't. Girl, please. Unless you got 2 pussies, each one wetter and tighter than the other. I guarantee you a nut is a nut, sis. I guarantee you no. They don't throw your junk in the air and it turn to sunny delight. I guarantee you it don't. I guarantee you that it's probably not that different. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Okay? So now Crystal in a bad place because now Manetta's coming up. Manetta finds new love, moves on, getting married. So now Crystal is over here trying to grin and bear it and look happy. Why? Because she doesn't want Manetta to know that she's losing. God, if we don't do anything else, this is what I want to see from women, is to stop nanny boo boo. Okay, stop playing the nanny boo boo to the old chick like you so much better, because when them tables turn, that is going to be egg on your face that you probably can't handle. So now Crystal done did all that nanny boo boo. Now she's screwed because this fool out here doing her even worse than he did Mayetta. But she's so afraid to admit to that because she done did so much nanny boo boo. Now she's stuck miserable. Now, narcissists, I'm going to say this one more time. I know I say this a lot during this stream, but I need y'all to understand this. Narcissists are people who don't think they're worthy of love and want to push everyone away that loves them. But then they don't actually want you to leave. If you really leave, narcissists will cry, lie, steal, kill to get you to stay and come back. A narcissist don't want the relationship to be over till they say it. Like when they say it's over, it's over. Okay. But if you say it's over, no. Okay. So now here go the narcissist. He was out here wilding, all these different chicks wilding. And I said this before, and I'm going to say this one more time because I believe this and I fully stand by this. A man having intercourse with another woman does not make him a bad man. God, I know what y'all thinking. Says, Goddess, shut up. Well, you know, again, I do relationship counseling, and I know a lot of people may not believe this, but pretty much, I would say if you have 10 relationships, I'll say you got 6 or 7 of them that has known infidelity that has went down, but they are still together. And I've seen them be happy later on. All right. So a man having intercourse with another woman does not make him a bad man. I've seen very men be solid brothers, you know, and protect their family in all ways. The man just happened to, you know, have a little, you know, a little something. But there's a certain way that they go about it. Okay. They're not selling the other woman a dream as though they're going to be with him. Like they're going to let them know, listen, baby, I'm with my chick. I love her. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Now I love this woman. Now, if you want to deal with me, cool. You know what I'm saying? We do a little something, but my girl ain't going nowhere. Don't talk about my girl. Don't mention my girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever come to my house. Don't ever say shit to me in public. Don't call me past 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying? There's a way about it. All right. And I know that sounds crazy. And I know it sounds ugly. Right? Because we've been taught this fairy tale story that good men don't ever cheat and they only have eyes for one woman. And unfortunately, that's just not the way it is, y'all. It's just not. You have some men that don't cheat because, you know, maybe that's not the season they're in their life. Maybe they have a living that they make that if they get caught, it could ruin their bag. You have some men that been there, done that. You know, they just don't want to do it anymore. But it has to be a decision that he makes according to his season. But a man simply having intercourse with another woman does not mean he is not a good man. Now, if he has the woman in your house, now that's wilding. If he knocks the woman up, that's wilding. If he pillow talk about you, the woman, that's wilding. If he give you a disease, that's wilding. You see what I'm saying? The act of intercourse in itself does not make the man a bad man. All right. A lot of these women saying, they better not cheat. Girl, shut up, because you got cheated on 3 times and you stayed. So stop. Because women won't tell you that, ladies. But I can tell you as a relationship counselor, it's actually very common. The difference is if the man is not a narcissist and it happens again, he has not sold a dream to the other woman. If he gets caught, he will admit to it. He will apologize. He will take that opportunity to say, you know what? Am I going to keep doing this? I might as well just let her go. Even though I love her, I might as well let her move on with someone else if I know I can't do this. Or, you know, they're going to simply apologize. A narcissist will not apologize. A narcissist, you could walk in on them and they will come up with an excuse. And like, we didn't even do anything. I know you want to believe me. You see, that's a difference. A non-narcissistic man cheating, you walk in on him, it's going to be, oh my God, like, I can't believe this happened. Oh my God, babe, I'm so sorry. A narcissist will say, why are you mad? We didn't even do anything. See, you don't believe me. That's your problem now. You don't trust me. This is why we're in the situation we're in. You sent me a text at 4:01 saying it's over. I met her at 4:05. So technically, I wasn't wrong. Okay. And you should not have been, you should have called me before you came. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. And what I'm saying right now is ugly, but it's the truth. Okay. So him having sex with another woman is not the problem. The problem is how he's going about it, the triangulation, the lack of code, the neglecting your home and endangering your home for these. A lot of time men hear the concept of protection, and in your brain it's about protecting your woman from other men. But what you got to understand is a part of protection as a man is also protecting your woman from other women and also protecting your woman from yourself. Okay. We hear protection and we immediately think of a big man in all black with a knife that you need to protect your woman from. You need to protect your woman from you sometimes. If you a man, you know what you like doing. Okay. Well, you need to know how to protect your woman from your own vices and demons. That should never touch her. A man cannot be great and be thirsty simultaneously. One will fall to the wayside. And since greatness requires focus, you can imagine which one gets put second. Let's continue.
2021, and things appear to be going well for them. Neyo told 2Fab website that Crystal was done having children, but she encouraged him not to get a vasectomy just in case she changed her mind.
Okay, so number 2, if I meet a guy, you know what I'm saying, and he don't told his ex to burn her tubes, and then he over here telling me that he madly in love and wants to be monogamous with me and wants to get me pregnant, I would not deal with him. Because what you're showing is that you're not a man of your word. You took the gift of life away from a woman that gave you 2 healthy children. That nigga very easily could have just got on some birth control, pulled out, said a prayer, did something. You went out your way to convince this woman to get rid of her ability to duplicate life, to create new life. And a short time later, you want to sit and leave her stuck and come get with me? Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, and I talked about this in my video that is entitled Most Men Cheat Because Most Men Are Not with the Woman That They Really Want. And this could really be an example of that. Is a real man, if he would have, first of all, a real man, if he knew he wasn't going to also get that vasectomy, he would not have told her to do that. A real man not finna sit here and play with no woman womb or set no woman up in a way where she cannot move on from him. Okay, that's simply not going to happen. So there are a real man would have been like, listen, you know, I already don't said this, so let me just stick to it. I don't already had this woman tie her to burn them up, you know, so I need to keep my word as a man and stick with it. I've been told y'all, bitch ass niggas give their word based upon how they feel at the time. This is what my daddy taught me. The easiest way to spot a bitch nigga is where even when his feelings change, his word changes. These is gems from the OG. Told my daddy how I really see a real man. A real man keep his word regardless of the mood he's in. That's very important. A real man don't make his word off of his emotions. He could be mad, things cannot go his way, and he still will stick to his word and his responsibility. The number one way to spot a bitch ass nigga is the minute that his feelings change, so does his bond. Okay? So Neyo, if he was a real man, he would have stuck by the decision that he made. But when his feelings about it changed, like a true bitch ass nigga, so did his word. And if you deal with a man where his word and his responsibility and obligations change, according to how he feel, you will never be covered as a woman by him, ever. Real men keep their word regardless of the weather outside.
They talked about their reconciliation to several news outlets, and they were proud of.
So this is when the new supply is desperately trying to not have to face the egg on their face. Mayetta done moved on. She done got married. Mayetta goes and get married. Crystal goes and renews her vows. Here goes the next intricacy of narcissistic relationships, is that narcissists will compete with their exes. Okay, it's very strange, it's very sick, but this is what they do. Narcissists will compete with their exes. Their ex have a baby, they want to have twins. They ex get married, they want to renew their vows. Everything is competition with a narcissist because they have such low self-esteem. They hate themselves so bad. So any chance in life that they get to quote unquote win, they take it. They create competitions where there really shouldn't even be any. Having a child first is not something that you use as a competitive method. Who can get married first or renew their vows first should not be a competitive method. So now we see Crystal with this big, fake, goofy, ugly smile, trying to hold on for dear life, making it seem like everything good and I still got the man. Because Mayetta got married. My, how them tables turn, honey. Mayetta done took some time. She done healed, got her mind right. She done got remarried. She happy. And you over here stuck faking happy, knowing you miserable, sis. I know you miserable. All that cheating and lying and running around, you miserable for sure. But you so scared to show Mayetta that she actually the one that won in the long run. You did her a favor by taking him off her hands. You so scared to admit that now you sitting up here with this fake vow renewal and sitting up here in these fake interviews trying to hold on for dear life, just holding on to the rope just burning your hands, falling through, and you just holding on, skin just scraping off.
The progress they had made as a couple.
Fake ass.
Not only was their marriage back on track, but Neyo and Mayetta had a peaceful co-parenting relationship as well. In addition to that, Mayetta healed her heart and found love again when she married businessman and father of two, Heath Carter, in November 2021. In an interview with Us Weekly, Mayetta said that despite having a tubal ligation, she and Heath were discussing the possibility of having a child. In May 2022, a gossip site named Dumois shared an email they had received with the subject line, "Not a good man." The submission, which was in the form of a blind item, claimed an R&B icon who had recently reconciled with his wife during quarantine had fathered a child with an Atlanta exotic dancer. The anonymous tea spiller also claimed the child was born around the same time the R&B singer welcomed a baby with his wife.
Now, who y'all think sent that email? Now, who y'all think sent that email? All right. Come on now. I've been told y'all. I don't know when the fellas gonna learn. When it comes to these chicks out here, they will always expose y'all. I don't know when. Well, I truly want to know. This is not like the old days. All right, it's not. This is 2022. I know this is so difficult for so many men to really grasp this concept. The days of side chicks being discreet and quiet, back in the day, men could have a whole second family in the same city and no one would know. No one would know. The side piece would rather pass away than have people know that she was a side piece. Okay? Now, oh honey, the side piece gonna be the one to tell it. The old days are gone, fellas. This is another reason why you have some men that don't cheat, because some men understand that. Some men understand these ain't the same chicks that our granddaddies was pimping. Okay? These ain't the same side chicks our grandfathers had. All right? Things is a little bit different now. So the women will always create fake pages, anonymous emails, this, that, and the third, in order to expose y'all. And I told y'all the only way to avoid exposure is to pay on time, every time. Okay? Because paying for silence can go left as well. Notice what I said, on time, every time. Because even if you pay her 10 times, if she got an outrageous request on the 11th and you don't do it, you getting extorted, exposed, and exploited. These chicks do not care. They will expose y'all with the quickness. They will tell on themselves. All the old days of women being scared to be labeled as H's and wanting to have some form of respectability politics. No. Okay. See, wisdom bars say this is why being faithful is key. Save yourself the headache. Didn't I just tell y'all? I said men that don't cheat is not because they don't see women that they may not want to sleep with, but they understand the risk. They understand this is 2022 and these chicks have sat here and mutated. Okay. These are Bowser level hoes these days. All right. They will expose themselves and they don't care. So it's so funny. And narcissists especially get exposed by their chicks because they're lying to all of them. So now what y'all think he done told the ATL dancer? What do you think he told her? The same thing he told Crystal. When he told Crystal, oh yeah, me and Mayetta, we're not happy. You know what I'm saying? She don't do this. She don't do that. What do you think was now happening to Crystal? Now he over here telling the side chick about how Crystal ain't ish and how she ain't making him happy and how she not doing this or that. Now the side chick pregnant, thinking that he gonna be with her, and now she probably don't caught him lying and realized that she probably don't seen that little interview when they was on there with that fake smile in the interview. Now the side chick sees that and she like, oh, hell no, he lied. He said they was breaking up. He said they was divorcing. Okay. So now here go the side chick. Boy, y'all hoes love a fake page and an anonymous email, boy. Y'all hoes love that shit. That's how hoes expose you nowadays. See, they don't expose you from their page. Nah, baby, they don't get a burner page, a burner email, and they are taking y'all up through there. If I was a man, it could not be me. If I was a man, yeah, I'm finna find me one solid woman and get out the game. You cannot be of value and be extorted. You cannot be of value and be exploited by a woman. You know, it's just going outside. Like, why give these women that much power over you?
2 months later, on July 30th, 2022, Crystal revealed in an Instagram post that Neyo has been cheating on her for the past 8 years. In other words, he was pretty much messing around for their entire relationship. Crystal also claims Neyo has been
Okay, so let's read this. All right, because now what Crystal is experiencing is buyer's remorse. Okay. And I mean, it very well could be that she don't care. Maybe she got in there, you know, had her kids so she can get her child support. Now she can keep moving. Because I've never known Crystal to really have her own like that. So maybe that was her plan all along. Maybe her plan was, let me get in here, have a few kids, get some child support and leave. We don't know. But now, here it go when a new supply realized they got done the same way you got done, but worse. Now, this is when things get interesting. 8 years. 8 years of lies and deception. 8 years of unknowingly sharing my life and husband with numerous of women who sell their bodies to him. Unprotected. Girl, shut the hell up. Talking about 8 years unknowingly. Girl, you shared him when you met him, ma'am. You see how these hoes ain't shit, how these hoes be lying? These hoes kill me. Every last one of them. And then I also tell y'all be so concerned about these men with money and these famous men, and they be out here not using no rubbers. Okay? This fool out here smashing ATL dancers with no rubber. Like, that's wild to me. I tell y'all the same with we talked about Nick Cannon, where I said, how they just out here raw dogging like that? Like, in my mind, you already got something you can't get rid of. You already do. Because if you didn't, you'd be wanting to protect yourself in some way, shape, or form. But you just out here raw dogging everybody. I'm sorry. In my mind, that means you already got the gift that keep on giving. Oh, to say I'm heartbroken and disgusted is an understatement. To ask me to stay and accept it is absolutely insane. The mentality of a narcissist. Oh, now you realize he a narcissist. So you ain't realized he was a narcissist before you married him and had 3 kids with him. You ain't realized he was a narcissist when he was lying to you about Manetta and had y'all living bi-coastal. I will no longer lie to the public or pretend that this is something it isn't. Notice how she says, I will no longer pretend. So then I tell you how the new supply, the new supply normally gets a good maybe 3 to 6 months of good behavior from your guy. And after that 3 to 6 month mark, all the shit show begins to ensue. So for the first 3 to 6 months, she happy. She getting everything she wanted. He's love bombing her. She the best thing since sliced bread. And then that mask come off, and then you're just left with a demon that you can never make any progress with. So she's saying, I will not continue to pretend this is something it isn't. So that means while Manetta was sad, thinking that she won and that Neyo became a better man for her, whole time he was taking her up through there. But she couldn't admit it because she had nanny boo-boo Manetta so much. I will no longer lie to the public or pretend that this is something it isn't. I choose me. I choose my happiness and health and my respect. I gained 3 beautiful children out of this, but nothing else but wasted years and heartache. I ask that you all please stop sending me videos or information on him cheating, because what he does is no longer my concern. I'm not a victim. I'm choosing to stand tall with my head held high. If someone can't love you the way you deserve, then it's up to you to love yourself. With no hate in my heart, I wish him nothing but the best. Girl, you could have kept that po ass, sorry ass, lame ass message. Okay? Cue the tiny violins. We don't care. Girl, please. We don't feel bad for you whatsoever. You already knew what was up. Save it for someone who cares, because sweetie, we don't.
Women to have unprotected intimacy with him. She wrote, to say I'm heartbroken is an understatement. To ask me to stay and accept it is absolutely insane.
Y'all out here raw dogging a Geico lizard. That's how I know y'all ain't shit. That's how I know y'all will do anything. Okay, that is exactly how I know that you guys will just do anything.
She went on to call Neyo a narcissist and asked people to stop sending her videos and other information.
Neyo is, again, I'm no doctor, but I do got some common sense. Neyo is a textbook narcissist. Textbook to the T, checks there's not a single narcissistic box that Neyo does not check. And again, we know this. Why? Because now we have seen his consistent patterns in his relationship history. Okay? This is what a narcissist look like. This is the worst kind of human being to ever come in contact with.
About his infidelities. Does this mean there's some footage of Neyo getting it?
Now, we're going to look at Neyo's response to this, and this will be the cherry on top for the narcissistic antics when we look at his response to this. Remember, I told y'all, non-narcissistic men, if they get caught up in something stupid, they're apologetic, they change in their behaviors, they're going to make a conscious decision like, this is what I really want. If it is what they really want, they're going to go ahead and do what they need to do. Narcissistic men don't do that. They deflect and find a way for it to be someone else's fault, even though they're saying that he possibly has a tape. Narcissists will have you see the tape or see the person right in front of you and deny it. It's the sickest form of gaslighting you've ever seen.
That might get leaked? Is there some truth to that anonymous email that Dumois received? Social media users noticed right away that Neyo was one of the thousands of people that liked Crystal's post.
He'll never find another one like that again. That's one of the nicest women I ever met. Boy, you get something like that, you better.
Not Ricky simping hard. You shut your ass up. That bitch will never give your ass a time of day if you were the last man on earth. Shut the hell up. Talk about, oh, she the nice woman. Man, shut up. Stop simping. I thought you were better now. Here simping for her like that. Talking about, well, that's the nicest woman I ever met. Shut the hell up. No, she's not. She's literally not. That bitch ain't shit. The nicest woman I ever met. Nigga, please, simping ass.
They keep it. And I just gonna have to stand with Crystal on this one.
After Crystal dropped her bombshell, Neyo hopped on Twitter to ask for privacy for the sake of his children.
All right, now I want y'all to look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. This is very important. All right. This is where it all comes to a head. All right. Now, when a narcissist is caught, I'm talking about red-handed, which obviously he has been. Okay. She mentioned her health. So we know what that means. Whenever a woman say that, it's very much that he gave you an S and a T and a D. All right. You see what I'm saying? So if Manetta, when he was with Manetta, if he was just, running around with different chicks that die, the next relationship, he gonna bring home something uncurable. You see what I'm saying? They always progressively get worse and worse. All right. So she talked about her health. It's giving very much so he gave you something. Just say that. But narcissists do not ever want people to know the messed up things they're doing to you. Nothing pisses a narcissist off more than being publicly exposed for their behaviors that they have exhibited that they are ashamed of. So there is a few methods that they will use to protect themselves from this. Because remember, you'll never see the narcissist just come out and say, this is all my fault. I ain't shit. All this is because of me. I was wrong. They won't do that. What they want is for you to not look and not hold them accountable. Nothing pisses a narcissist off more than someone trying to hold them accountable. Okay. So now he knows exactly what he did. He know he knocked that girl up. He know he gave his woman a disease. He knows this. Now, instead, a narcissist is not concerned with the pain that they have caused you. That is not their concern. They don't want to talk about that because, again, that is shameful for them and it is accountability. So they do not wish to discuss. They do not wish to discuss the pain that they gave you. What they instead will do is focus on how you respond to the disrespect. What they did is not the subject anymore. Okay? Let's say that you cook your man some food and the side chick come forward and say, your husband been over here talking about how your food nasty. And you go over to him, you slap the plate out of his hand and be like, wow, so you out here telling bitches I can't cook, but you over here tearing this food up? The narcissist will not say, oh my God, you know what? I'm wrong for pillow talking about you. I'm wrong for saying that. Instead, what they'll say is, how disrespectful. You ain't had to knock the plate out my hand. Like, what do you mean? You were cheating on me and telling your side chicks and pillow talking, laughing about me, lying and saying that you can't cook. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, you ain't have to just smack this plate on my hand and kick me out. Okay? I know that I was talking about you like a dog to my side chick. However, you did not have to respond that way. Okay? That's what they will do. Instead of sorry, it will be policing how you respond to their disrespect. A non-narcissistic person, their first concern is that they have hurt you. A normal person that is not emotionally disconnected and secretly trying to punish you, when they hurt you, listen to what I'm saying. Their first concern is the pain they caused you. Their first concern is not policing how you respond to it or being concerned about who can hear you talking about it. Okay? So now he goes straight to requesting that it does not get talked about. And see, another thing, narcissists do not care about their children. They don't. Narcissists care for their children in order to get praise and to make themselves look good. I talked about this before. I said, you want to get some insight into a narcissistic parent? Look at how they do a child's first birthday party. We all know damn well that at 1 year old, kids do not give a fuck about having a petting zoo and fireworks and mermaids at their party. We know this. But narcissistic parents, even though the child can't enjoy it, they will sit and throw a super lavish birthday party to make themselves look good. Narcissistic people will use their children to sell you an image of themselves. I'm going to throw this 1 year old a $20,000 birthday party because I want to flex. Okay. My son's first birthday party, that fool got a cake and a park bench, and I let him tear the cake up and put it all over his face. He had a ball. I ain't doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We put some hot dogs on a grill, got a cake for $14.99 from Publix, and let him go ham on it. And that was his first birthday. Okay? So narcissistic people like Neyo will use their children as a tool to control their narrative. So now he's using the kids as a shield to suddenly portray himself as the concerned father. Notice how he leads with, for the sake of our children. Nigga, you don't give a fuck about your children. Stop it. For the sake of our children, my family and I will work through our challenges behind closed doors. Personal matters are not meant to be addressed and dissected in public forums. I simply ask that you please respect me and my family's privacy at this time. So the problem is not that you've been out here publicly gallivanting with ATL dancers with no condom on. That's not the problem. The problem is that everyone else should respect your privacy and not talk about it. Okay, Narky. Okay, Narky.
Family. He added, personal matters are not meant to be addressed and dissected in public forums. As always, RRG will keep an eye on this story as it unfolds, but let us know if you're surprised.
Okay, I want to show y'all the whack interview that they did where Neyo paid Manetta to get up there and lie and say that their relationship did not overlap. Okay. And Crystal clearly pushed Neyo to do this because Crystal want to be able to have her cake and eat it too. Let me pull this up real quick. Oh Lord, here go the commercials. Hold on, y'all. So I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on. I want y'all to listen to this. This is very important. Because, you know, again, they're trying to sell this story like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Our relationship did not. I want y'all to just listen to this cringe. This is the cringiest thing I've ever heard. The cringe level 1000.
Very honest, and you actually divulged the fact that you had actually gotten your tubes tied. So now looking back, would you do anything differently?
Honestly, if I would have seen the end result, I'm human, I would have done some things differently. However, this is my story, and I'm, you know, the sacrifice to help so many women and men out there, and it's reversible.
There you
Look at Crystal nodding her head. Shut the fuck up, bitch. See, this is why, you know, I ain't gonna hold you. Ain't no way in hell I would have got my ass up here and did any of this shit. There ain't no way in hell I would have got my ass on this national TV show and did this shit. Not finna come on here to save face for y'all. Fuck y'all. I ain't coming on a damn thing. I would have kept quiet and went round about my business. I ain't coming on here saying a damn thing, sitting here explaining that bitch over there and nod her head. Bitch, I'll slap that head off your goddamn over there nodding. Bitch, I ain't asked you to nod. Now, I don't know why you over there nodding. You taking it too far, bitch. I gave you an inch, took a mile. Okay, I'm over here. Y'all paid me to come up here and make y'all look good, bitch. I ain't asked you to nod, bitch. You know I'm lying. You over there nodding like, there you go. Good girl. Bitch, fuck you. I'll beat your ass. Okay, continue.
go.
God is good, and I have the best doctor. He actually...
She clapping. Fuck you clapping for. See, this is why I can't deal. This is why I gotta, you know, I can't. I just cannot. You know what I'm saying, bitch? I'm not built for this. I'm not playing one of these games with nobody. I'm not. Can you imagine that conversation? Yeah. So, you know, Crystal, she getting a lot of slack, you know, because society is saying, you know, how she stole me from you, and how, you know, they making it seem like she a home wrecker. So listen, we're going to do this show to real. We really would like you to come on here and just go ahead and co-sign. Go ahead and I would have sat right there like, I would let him finish his whole spiel. Oh, tell me more. Oh, you want me to go? Oh, okay. Fuck no. I would have sat right there. Oh, I would have been writing down notes and everything. Let him get it all out. Oh, tell me more. Oh, he would have finished. I would have been like, oh, okay, well, fuck you. I ain't going on shit. And that would have been how that would have went. You would have even tried me, asking me this dumbass shit. Hell no, I ain't going on there. Fuck you.
Travels around the world to
She a better
show other doctors how to...
Manetta, I know you're probably going to see this. Sis, I want to salute you. You are a better woman than me. I promise you that. Because, baby, I am not this good a Christian yet. When I tell you, they would have got red for filth had they asked me to do this. Oh, my God, ma'am. I salute you. You was a better woman than me. I understand you probably did this for your children, but even me, I was like, fuck them kids. I ain't doing shit about them kids or none of that. I'm sorry. I love my children, but I ain't finna let my daughter see me up here looking weak, sitting here letting this woman treat me like a puppet. You crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, you better than me. I know you love your children, but honey, maybe just me. I'm not that good a person. Because no man.
To perform this test. So, yeah.
Would you consider having more children?
Yes, if my husband...
Look, I cannot deal. Look how Crystal leaned her long turtleneck over. You don't been fucking with this turtle nigga so long, bitch. You starting to look like a turtle too. Gonna sit and put your long giraffe neck and lean over. Girl, I'm not wrapped tight enough for this. Y'all, look at her put her long neck ass when she asked
you
if she want to
consider
have
having more children?
Yes, if
look at her long neck ass.
You know, we'll process.
Oh, so, you know, are you interested in having more kids? She gonna sit and lean her long neck over like, are you? I don't know, bitch. I didn't have a chance to figure it out because you was sleeping with my fiance. I don't know. So go ahead and put that long ass neck back where it came from. What the hell you sticking your neck out waiting for my answer? A part of me feel like you're enjoying this.
We should have bought your husband too. So, yeah.
I'll just play that role for
Now between the three of you...
Sexual harassment. Get away from me, old man. Ew. See, no. Why he moving over? If you don't get out of the way, you don't back up off me? COVID. Monkeypox. Why the hell he said she's talking about you should have brought your husband out here. He's talking about I'll go ahead and take that position. Like hell you will. Go ahead and move your ass back over where you was. I don't know why you over here scooting over next to me. Clear eye. Ain't that the clear eyes man? Is this the man that do clear eyes? I think it is. If you don't get your eye drop head ass from over by me.
You have 4 beautiful children. They're in the audience.
Look at the little boy. Look how the son was looking. Ah! Look how the son was looking like, man, I don't even want to be here. Look how the son was looking. He looked like he is not with it. He looked like what you in the Look how he looking. Look. He looking like, fuck all these people here. This bitch ruined my life. This bitch fucked over my mama. I don't want to be here. Now the big sister over here whispering to him, talking about, smile, nigga. You know, mama said she'll get us ice cream after this if we just smile. See, the little boy, he understand the assignment. You know what I'm saying? So the big sister, these kids don't want to be here. I want to say, I wouldn't let my daughter witness me succumbing like this and submitting to another woman like this. I couldn't let my daughter see this happen. I couldn't let it happen. You know what I'm saying? My daughter gonna see me go out like a G. Fuck y'all, I ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? But so now the little boy over here, he ain't with it. Big sis had to whisper to him like, smile. Monyetta probably told them, listen, y'all, if y'all just smile, look happy, I'll take y'all to get ice cream. Now big sis is trying to get her ice cream. Look at her whisper to him like, smile. Watch this. Look. He fake smile. Look at him. Ah! She's like, okay, nigga, that's enough. I ain't asked you to do all that. Oh my God. Listen, man, don't put your children through this. You know what I'm saying? I know that we have this, you know, common understanding that men, like boys in the see they father be strong. I want y'all to understand that girls in the see they mama not be no pussy ass hoe either. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would have said if he asked me, do I look a pussy ass hoe to you? Because I just must look that way. You know what I'm saying? So don't let your daughter see you as the queen, as her queen. Ladies, don't ever let your daughter see you have another woman bend over in front of you like this. Just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? This will teach your daughter that this is okay. All right? Because I will slap my child off this stage if I ever saw her on a stage like this, letting another woman make her a puppet like this. Don't do this, ladies. It is just as important for your daughters not to see you be weak for another woman as it is for a boy and see they father be weak for another man. It's just as important.
With you, Neyo, what's the hardest thing with having a blended family?
Oh, y'all get ready for the narcissistic response. Get ready for the most narcissistic response that you're ever about to hear. Get ready for the generalizing, lack of accountability, undermining. Get ready. And disassociation. Get ready. Buckle your seatbelts. It's about to get real narky in here.
Ask the ladies.
The hardest thing, honestly, the hardest thing was just, again, getting everybody on the same page. You know, again, we're human beings, and you know, breakups are a real thing.
Now, do y'all see? And I'm emphasizing this for a reason, y'all, because I want y'all to hear exactly how he talks. Okay? Remember, I said they generalize. When they do something wrong, their first step is to either deny about it, lie about it, and if that doesn't work, their next step is to make it seem like what they did is something that everyone does. You know, you see how he said what he said? You know, went through a breakup. Lots of relationships go through breakups. No, sir. You manipulated and deceived your ex and left her for another woman. Okay? That is not a breakup. A breakup would have been, hey, I'm not happy. She move out, she go her way, you go yours. That was not a breakup, sir. Okay, so yeah, I want y'all to really listen to what he said. Let me rewind that. I want y'all to pay attention.
Happens to everybody, and it takes a little. We're human beings, and you know,
see how he say
breakups
we're
are like
humans.
The hardest thing.
Get ready for the camera.
Starting with you, Neyo. What's the hardest thing with having a blended family? And then we'll ask the ladies.
The hardest thing, honestly, the hardest thing was just, again, getting everybody on the same page. You know, again, we're human beings, and you know, breakups are a real thing. Happens to everybody. And it takes a little time to get to a place where you can realize what's genuinely important. And in this case, what's genuinely important is these kids and making sure that they know that love is the end result of this whole thing. It's all about love.
So what about you?
Bitch, don't wave to my kids. Bitch, do not wave to my children. This long neck ass bitch over here waving. Bitch, I did not ask you to wave to my child, bitch.
The hardest thing about a blended family.
Here go.
You know, it's the distance because I miss them. So those are my babies. Like I love them so much. Like,
oh God. This is such a violation. I am cringing. God, I am literally like gritting my teeth right now. She having there talk about some distance. Girl, you ain't care about distance when he left his whole family in Atlanta and had you put up in LA. Yeah, see the son. See, this is why as a mother, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, ain't nobody ever gonna ride for you like your son gonna ride for you. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. Nobody gonna ride for you or have your back like your son. Okay, see the daughter trying to play the game, go along, get along. The son is not with it. The son is like, man, it's some bullshit. The baby knows. The baby knows this some bullshit. He looking like, look at the baby looking. The baby looking like, bitch, please. Period, poo. Period, son. And that's on Mary.
like those were my kids before I had children. You know what I'm saying? So I think the distance is probably the hardest thing because she and I have a great relationship. We talk all the time, so that's easy. Missing them is the hard part.
To hear somebody speak about your children like that would be great.
No, it's such a blessing because I've heard horror stories from, the step parents.
Girl, you ain't heard a horror story, living a horror story. But go ahead and get your money, sis. Go ahead and quote unquote do what's best for your kids, sis.
And things like that are bonus moms and dads. And I think I texted her one day. They were with you guys. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to say thank you because you love my babies. You genuinely do. And that's all I can ask for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a blessing to have that. But the hardest thing I would say in the beginning when I was hurt and then just seeing him move on, and like I said many times before, my parents are going on 46 years of marriage, and that's all I knew. So I had to get to that place, the healing place, and then once I got there and you just focus on the kids, like it became so much easier and it just makes things
very
flow.
adult.
Your honesty is beautiful.
Oh, this ain't the video. Oh, damn. Hold on. I was trying to show y'all the video where Crystal speaks on sits there and tells that fake lie about, people thought our relationship
What do I
overlapped. Hold on. I really want to show y'all that because I want y'all to see how she went out her way. Let me see.
Juanita, your new book is called Keep It Classy, Co-Parenting Strategies for Unstoppable Moms and Devoted Dads. I love the title. If there was one thing you really wanted parents to take away from this book, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. Just get over your egos because that's a 3-letter word that's so powerful and just do what's best for the kids. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you have to take yourself
I think this is
take
it.
yourself out of the equation. That's so good. And really, let's get into the business of raising some healthy, happy children.
Yeah.
I told y'all. See, in her mind, she's trying to
When
save
do
her
you think
kids.
It's the right time for a parent to introduce the girlfriend or the boyfriend to the kid.
That's a good one.
I don't know if this
discuss
is
in the
it.
book a little. I would say, because I'm into like routines and stuff like that y'all know, maybe 6 months.
Okay.
Because you don't want to keep like introducing people and not sure, like, okay, that's too many uncles.
I
That
don't
was
think
Uncle
this is
Ben, that
it.
is
Let me
Uncle
see.
was kind of that, kids just have to go respect it.
you think that you should ask your ex permission before you introduce the kids? So I'm down with that.
Of course, you know, just it's all about communication at the end of the day. Seriously, respect, real.
Yeah.
Right. So seriously, you have to.
Yes, you have to ask permission,
That's
which
what
I
I was
wouldn't
looking
think
at.
I don't
that.
think this is it.
And you're
And I wanted to meet the kids, and he wanted me to be around the kids. I was like, there's no need to argue about
Okay, let me see, because I really want y'all to see this. It was so cringy. I really want y'all to see this. Is it? Dang, hold on. I just saw it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Dang. I know it's on here somewhere. Okay, this might be it. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, I think this is it. I think this is it.
Do you three have thought you would be doing an interview together like this?
No, not in the beginning. Let's be honest.
You see that fake ass shit? No, let's be honest. That look how Neyo got his head hung. This is how you know that Mayetta did this thinking that she'll be a good mother. She did this because she did not want, her children to see this later on, and I get that. But you got to pay attention to body language, how they looked at each other and the nervous laughter. She is covering for Crystal. That is mind-blowing to me.
Yes,
not really, but you know, God works and he moves.
Yes.
And here we are today.
And growth is real.
Yes.
there we go.
All right. I love it.
Can't be me.
Neyo, there were a lot of rumors, headlines about you guys. How did you get to the point where you could work together?
You know what? Time heals all wounds, and it ultimately we just had to all sit down and just talk to each other, and not so much let the world and what the world was saying and the world's opinion get in the way of what was genuinely important, which was how we were going to make this whole thing work.
I hear that. That's what matters. And Crystal, with opinions and things like that, did you ever feel that they were unfair or that they misjudged you? Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Crystal. I'm sorry. Did you ever think that the opinions unfairly judged you?
Oh, absolutely. I was, because the misconception was that
Here
our
it go.
relationships overlapped, when that's false.
Yeah.
But it's fine, I took it to the chin.
Girl, look how
Opinions
look how she sits and makes herself the victim somehow.
fairly judged you.
Oh, absolutely. I was, because the misconception was that our relationships overlapped, when that's false.
Yeah.
But it's fine, I took it to the chin, and it is what it is. I mean, we're happy.
Okay.
And
That's a great attitude.
first of all,
Yeah. So again, this is the perfect story. Okay. This is the perfect story of the narcissist, the new supply, and the ex. All right. Ladies, I need y'all to pay attention to this. All right. Again, we've been talking about this in my Patreon. If y'all are not in my Patreon, you really need to join. We be having life-changing conversations. Okay. Narcissism is very prevalent in men, more so. Okay, because men typically are more in power and control than us in general. So I hope that you ladies really paid attention to this so that you can see these signs, because again, they know exactly how to kind of play on you and get you sucked in. The Patreon is patreon.com/SIXGODis. It is in my description box as well if you need that. If you ladies are dealing with this and you need support or coaching through dealing with your narcissist, please do not be afraid to either book a session on my website at sixthegoddis.com or send me an email to sixthegoddis@yahoo.com. I do sessions for this. I do sessions on plans for your femininity, womanhood, career, all that good stuff. So y'all need me. Y'all know how to reach out to me. I have over 600 women that I have personally counseled one-on-one, and everybody is very satisfied with the services they got, and we're over here making a difference. Okay, so y'all please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. get you guys some alpha juice with my code SIXGOD for $5 off. And I will see you all in the next one.